Hi. Today I'm sharpening the meat workers' knives again, every weekend. And we choose 30 degrees off the hollow grind. So that's probably a bit sharper than 30, but that's how I'm measuring it. That's perfect. And even though it's in pretty good condition, I like to start fresh. So I hit it with the old 80. You can use a young one if you want. Now obviously, I'm measuring the angle down here, which is the most used part of the knife. It's going to be a different angle up here, because look where I'm high on the wheel. And it's going to be a different angle here because I'm high on the wheel. So here is where I'm measuring. And as you come up the wheel, obviously, the steeper the angle gets. But, I don't know, it has a way of figuring itself out. I think because the tips are fat and the heels are fat, so it works perfectly. I know, it's weird. That's plenty, because it's in pretty good nick. So now I use the, look at that, that's a bit worn out there. The rusty spots are where it's worn through. So I've got plenty of room there, right in the guts, up in the corners. So I'll try the guts. So even though one grind would have done it, as you pass the knife over the stone, it knocks down the grains a little bit more. So the second pass is a little bit finer than the third one, finer again. After that, it has diminishing returns, so it doesn't just keep getting smoother. Although it kind of does, but not as much as you'd think. After the second or third pass, it's going to sort of stay that grit for a while, unless you're on a really hard Japanese knife, in which case it'll take it down to ultimate smooth. That's good enough. I really appreciate you watching me. I can't believe that people want to watch knife sharpening, but here you are. I appreciate you. Okay. Load it up with plenty of chrome oxide. You don't want to skimp. You want to see lots of evidence on there. Today's microscopic screen is a serrated knife on a hunter. Start off always burr to the top. You want to give it a few passes on the back to really polish the back of that burr so it falls off easier when you attack it on the face. You want all that burr to come off. Otherwise, it's just going to wrap itself around the edge, cause a blunt knife really quick. Burr removal, and more importantly the root of the burr removal, is very important to edge retention. You could probably get hair whittling sharpness just by sharpening the burr itself. Sometimes that works, but for real longevity, and in this case it's a meat worker's knife, it has to last at least a week, then you want to make sure that you present nothing but a cleanest of edges. And that lets the knife material do the work without having to rely on a super sharp burr. Still feels rough. So when that happens, because it should have come off by now, when that happens, I elevate my angle and really work on the apex, which may introduce a slight little secondary bevel, but it really rips off or wears off that burr. Cannot have any burr. And watch that tip as it digs in. You want to really be careful with that. If it does dig in, it's not the end. I've had lots of knives dig into this wheel, and it's been a trooper. This wheel has been with us all along, on the old channel as well as this channel. The same old wheel. I have a new one sitting right there that I got with this machine. That's getting smooth now with a couple of little spots. So I'm going to persist. Nicely smooth, but in most places, but not entirely. Maybe a little bit more abrasive. Sometimes, depending on the quality of the steel, it can be a little bit sticky, the burr. High quality Japanese, high quality European knives, the burr just pops straight off, I've noticed. Like if I was on a Wüsthof, by now that'd be gone. That feels fantastic. Okay. Looks great. Okay. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. That's how I do the knife workers skinning knife. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video. I would put money on it. Subscribe to make sure you get notified. Like if you liked it. Hug your dog.
Say hello, Chili. There you go.